Hi, I'm Barry Silva, also known as Barry the Medical Trader. I'm a retired medical professional and active options trader, and this channel is about calm, practical trading education. No hype, no get quick rich promises. Nothing here is financial advice or trade signals. My goal is to help you slow down, understand what you're doing, and make decisions you can sleep with at night. Today's episode is stop loss and stop limit orders for beginners. All right, here's what you'll learn today. First, I'm going to show you the difference between a stop loss and a stop limit order in plain English, because most people think they're the same and they're not. Second, you'll learn what actually happens after a stop triggers, what the broker does, what kind of order gets sent, and why the fill price can surprise you. Third, I'll show you when to use each one and when not to use them. And fourth, we'll talk about the real risk, things like gaps, slippage, and misfills, so you're not learning the lesson the hard way. By the end of this video, you'll be able to look at the chart, choose the right type of stop for your situation, and most importantly, you'll have a calm exit plan before you ever enter the trade. Let's keep it simple. Okay, big picture. A stop loss is basically you saying, if price hits this level, get me out. And here's the key. When that stop triggers, it turns into a market order. So it usually gets you out, but the exact fill price can move around. Now a stop limit is different. That's you saying, if price hits this level, try to sell, but only at this price or better. So when it triggers, it becomes a limit order. That gives you more price control, but there's a catch. It might not fill. So the trade-off is simple. Stop loss, higher chance you exit. Stop limit, more control, but you might not get out. That's the whole big picture. All right, here's how a stop loss actually works. Price drops towards your stop level. When it touches that stop price, it triggers. And this is the key part. A stop loss turns into a market sell order. That means your broker is basically saying, sell it now at the next available price. So most of the time, you do get out, but the price fill can be worse than your stop, especially if it moves fast. That's the stop loss in plain English. All right, here's how a stop limit works. Price drops towards your stop level. When it hits that stop price, it triggers. But instead of becoming a market order, a stop limit becomes a limit sell order. You're telling the broker, sell it, but only at this price or better. That gives you more price control, but here's the trade-off. You might not get out. If the price drops fast, it can blow right past your limit and never fill. So stop limit equals control with the risk of no exit. Now let me show you this live, because once you see it on the screen, it'll click. Okay, so we're live on Robinhood right now, and I've already purchased one share of SoFi to do the demonstration of the stop loss and the stop limit. So we'll do the stop loss first. We have already bought the share, and we're going to open that up. This is our position. This is where our position lives. And you can see the share I've purchased. And then what we're going to do is come over to our order ticket, and we're going to put this on sell. We're going to put this on stop loss order. I only have one share, and we're going to protect our downside, so we want to make this as long as we can. So we'll go to as long as they'll let us, 90 days. And then we're going to review the order. So it's on sell, stop loss order, and I have to put my price in. So I bought SoFi for $25.89, and I don't want it to go under 22. So I'm going to put 22 for my stop loss. That's where I want to get out. And then 22's in there. Everything looks correct.
We're going to review the order. So here's the order. It's even telling us you're placing a good till canceled stop order, 1 share. And then we're going to look here, stop loss. That's our stop, 22. Our expire date, we'll put sell. And now this is where our order lives. So it hasn't been triggered yet because it has to get to 22. So what happens with the stop loss order, if it does get triggered, it becomes a market sell and usually exits and can sell quicker than the stop limit order. It could also gap down and get missed, so there is some risk involved, but it will usually sell much quicker than the stop limit order. Now, let's say we want to change this to a stop limit order or cancel this. What do? We come down to our activity here. You can see this is where we have our stop loss sell. We're going to open that up. It shows our order, and it's very simple. We're going to cancel that order. And then we're going to go back home. And this time we're going to set the stop limit. Do the same thing. Here's our SoFi position. Here's our order ticket. Make sure it's on sell. We'll come down to stop limit order. We'll check the same price here. So our stop price will be 22 again. And then remember, if this gets triggered, it's going to trigger a limit price or a limit order. So we have to put in the very least we're going to go on the limit order. And the very least we're going to go is 21.80. And same process, 1 share. We're going to go as long as possible, 90 days. We'll review the order. And gives us our instructions here again, tells us exactly what we're doing. We'll hit sell. And there it is. Here is where our order lives again. We can go back home. Here's SoFi. Let's say we got lost. You can see on our watch list it shows we own a share. Here's our 1 share. We could get there either way by picking either one. We'll pick this one. We'll cancel that order and then we'll sell it. So you can see how to just do a market sell. So we'll go here to where order lives. Here's where I bought it this morning at $25.89. This is where the price is right now. Here's my profit, 47 cents, 1.7% today. That's not bad, just to do a demonstration. We'll get rid of this order, cancel the order. So now there is 0 orders on SoFi. We just own that 1 share. So let's go back home again. Here's our position. You can also see that we own 1 share here on our watch list. Let's just go ahead and sell it, get rid of it, so you can see how to do that again, and we'll be finished. So we're going to go sell. Here's all our options. Sell just means a market order. It'll get filled immediately. That's what we're going to do. And then here you can see your other orders. We'll do trailing stop order another day, but these 2 are enough for today. And come back here, make sure this is on sell. We're on shares. We're going to sell that 1 share. We're going to review the order, and it tells us exactly what we're doing. I'm going to sell it, and it looks like it has been sold. We'll come back home and that share should be gone. You can see the share's gone. The share's gone from here. And if I checked my notifications, it would also say that I've sold the share. So that's the demonstration on stop loss and stop limit order. 1, the trade-off is exit versus control.
All right, now you've seen it live, here's what to know. These orders are useful, but they're not magic. Number 1, markets can gap. News, earnings, overnight moves, price can jump right past your stop level. Number 2, with the stop loss, you usually get out, but you can get filled worse than you expected. That's slippage. Number 3, with the stop limit, you get more price control, but you may not get filled at all. That's a missed exit. And in fast markets, spreads widen and fills can get messy. So the calm rule is simple. Plan for the what if before you place the order. All right, this is the medical trader method for calm exits. First, start small. If your position size is too big, no stop order in the world will keep you calm. Second, know your exit before you enter. Where you're wrong, what levels break the setup. Third, use stop orders when they actually help, not as a crutch. They're a tool, not a guarantee. And sometimes the best stop is a mental stop, and then you place a calm, controlled order. Last thing, if the move is too fast or you feel emotional, don't trade it. That's not a weakness, that's discipline. All right, that's it for stop loss and stop limit orders. If you have any questions or you want me to look at a specific example, leave a comment. I read every one, and I'm happy to help you stay calm and confident as you learn. Next episode, we're doing position sizing for beginners, because size is what keeps you safe when the market gets fast. And now, a moment of calm. In trading, if you don't have a plan, you end up reacting to everything, and your mind is everywhere. A calm trader isn't everywhere. A calm trader has an exit plan. He who is everywhere is nowhere. I'll see you in the next one.